Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakaha Kudash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us his truth and rule well. And Shalom to the hopeful elect, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakaha Kudash, Barakatham. It's the brother Kazah from Mineral 12 West Coast, coming back at it again with another lesson. And the title of this lesson is going to be World War III Update, The Temperature is Rising. All right, and what you just saw was a video, RT that they have released on IG. IG's a cool, if you follow these different, news articles, news sources, they bring out, news there as well. So brothers on that, you can get on that too. It's a good way to see what's going on in the world. All right, but as you saw, man, 5 Ukrainian soldiers were killed. Let me get into the article real quick. Let me see. A report from Russia's armed forces has confirmed its troops opened fire on a Ukrainian sabotage and reconnaissance group that attempted to cross into the country. Okay, so I guess they were trying to cross into hold on, let me take that out. Slovakia. So I guess they were trying to cross into Russian territory, man. And this is the stuff that's gonna spark off that third woe. Okay, it's already set in motion, man. All right, with all the troops lined up, in the NATO Russia border, and then you have the situation where Vladimir Putin, as the Russian leader, he acknowledged 2 different territories which is supposed to be in the Ukraine. All right, one of them is Donbass. I don't know what the other one is called, forgot. But he acknowledged them to be, their own sovereign countries, to further put the pressure on Ukraine. And see, this is the game that the Russians are playing, okay? This the game that Russians are playing. On one hand, you have the so-called Chinese, they're outwardly saying, hey, we're going to take over Taiwan, and it's best that the U.S., doesn't do anything about it, right? But then on the other hand, you have Russia, they're more covert, with the way they do things. They're moving in silence, okay? They lined up 100,000 troops in the Russian European border, all right? And then you have the situation with the 2 territories that got acknowledged as sovereign countries by Vladimir Putin. So they're doing things in a more covert level. All right, and it's only gonna amp up, man. It's only going to amp up. You see what's going on right now. All right, they're still saying that Russia might invade the Ukraine, and who knows what's gonna happen if it does invade the Ukraine. I don't think the Ukraine is part of the NATO and the EU. But it's still gonna be raised tensions at an all-time high. Even higher than they are now, if they do go through with that. All right, but all in all, this is biblical prophecy. Okay, this is what brothers starting from the elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down have been warning our people about. All right, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, y'all don't know what's about to happen. Okay, it's funny because I was talking to a Jake the other day. He don't even know that this is going on. All right, Jake is in his own little world, in his own little bubble. All right, just looking at World Star Hip Hop, looking at TikTok videos, the latest gossip with certain celebrities, whatever, sports, caught up in distractions, all right, that this devil puts out there. All right, and here it is. You have the third woe that's about to pop off, man. But that's just the scriptures. Yahweh Shema Shai. The day of the Lord is gonna come as a thief in the night. All right, and we're gonna bring that out in the book of 2 Peter chapter 3. All right, verse 10. Okay, and it reads, "But the day of Yahweh Shema Shai will come as a thief in the night." All right, because these people are not going to know what's going to hit them, man. Okay, these people are so caught up in the cares of this world and ultimately the distractions, and that they don't really see the bigger picture. All right, it's like they got the blinders on. When I say the blinders, you got to think about like a racehorse. They put the little they're like these little goggles, in their face, like they put it that goes on their eyes, which it doesn't blind them from forward, but they're blinded from the sides, so they can't look around and get distracted by, the commotion that's happening, around them, by the crowd and the other horses, riders, things of that nature, and really that's how these people are living, man. All right, that's how the tribes out there are living, man. They're either caught up in work, mirth, folly, all right, wickedness, which is, everything's wickedness out there, man. Really, like you have a conversation with the Jake in the world, man. Very, very rarely will you meet a Jake you could, what I'm saying, just chill with, if you will. Very rarely will you meet somebody that's, you could say, okay, he has a, good moral character, if you will. Which really the standard of moral character is the scriptures, man. You know what I'm saying? But even then, everybody falls short, man. All right, and it's not to put that vibration that, like, we're holier than thou, but that's just the state that Jake is today. All right, in the world. So 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10, and it reads, "But the day of Yahweh Shem Yahushai will come as a thief in the night." All right, because it's gonna catch these people slipping, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and this is ultimately where all this is gonna lead up to. All right, this third woe. It's going to lead up to Russia shooting the missiles over here, man. All right. And the elements shall melt with fervent heat, you see, because of the missiles. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. All right. And it's just so funny to see, Jake's out here, because it's nothing, it's nothing wrong with, having possessions, things of that nature, in the world. But you have to have the understanding that this stuff, we're not going to take it with us in the kingdom, man. Hey, that car ain't gonna come up in the chariot with you. You know what I'm saying? That house, that bank account, you know what I'm saying? Them FRNs, that gold chain, whatever, man. Hey, even these women, man. If they're not right, they're gonna get left. All right. So the cares of this world, basically the cares of this world, is all gonna be destroyed out here, man. All right. The works that are therein shall be burned up. Okay. And that's what's going to happen. And where was I going with this? All right. Ultimately, that's what this is all going to lead up to. Okay. That second death. All right. Because them Russians, man, they don't care, man. The Lord is putting that spirit on them. Okay. So we're going to go to another one. Let me see. I think it's up here somewhere. Let me see. Just bear with me while I get it. All right, okay, so this is the one that Putin, he recognizes these two territories, which is Donetsk and Lugansk People's Republic, as sovereign states. So these are two, places that are supposed to be in the Ukraine. All right, that you have people that do not want to be part of the Ukraine. So Putin goes and he bigs them up as their own territories, man. And this is ultimately that sedition, that sword that Yahweh Shem Yahushai is bringing upon the earth. He's putting that spirit, on these nations to have that contention against each other. All right, pursuant to the book of Matthews, chapter 24, and if I'm not mistaken, verse 6. I'm just gonna get to the point. These are the precepts that everybody brings out. All right, actually, I'm going to bring out verse 7. Okay, just get straight to the point. And it reads, Matthew 24:7, and it reads, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places." All right, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay, and that's what we're entering into, man. We're entering into the beginning of sorrows. We're there. Okay, we are there. All right, these people, thinking that, things are going to go back to normal. All right, it's not looking so good, man. Okay, more and more people are going to the gun stores and things of that nature, buying out guns. All right, people are getting prepared, but ultimately, if you don't have Yahweh Shem Yahushai, if he's not dealing with you, all right, you're not gonna last. Okay, so let's go with another one. 5 Ukrainian. So no, that's the one I played. Let me see. I thought it was here, unless it's in the actual app. It's probably in the actual app. All right, Salakia. Okay, so it's this one. Let me see. Trump praises Putin. U.S. cancels. Man, I could have sworn it was in here, man. It was either here or on the other one. Let me see. Biden announces. No, that's not it. I might just have to look it up if anything. All right, so look, Putin comments on how far Russian troops could go amid Ukraine crisis. Yo, man, that's big. You know what I'm saying? There's another one. U.S. cancels talks with Russia. All right, so hey, man, hold on, let me see. So hey, I mean, so hey, you look at this image. All right, you see on the left a U.S. diplomat, and on the right there's a Russian diplomat, and you could just see on the body language, you know what time it is, man. The spirit that these people are in, okay, which really, you know, these two kingdoms, you know, collectively, you know, that third woe is gonna come, man. All right, U.S. cancels talks with Russia. Why? Because they're getting ready for that war. Okay, first, before it's beef, you try to work it out, try to come to a compromise, in a disagreement, right? But when there's no compromise, all right, when an agreement can't be met, a war, beef is what's gonna pop off. You know, look, Canada sending troops to Russian borders. You see, this thing is manifesting, man. All right, and these people out here, man, they don't know what's gonna hit them, man. All right, until they sons get drafted or they themselves get drafted, man. All right, and that's another thing too. You got a lot of just foolish jakes out here, running wild and just being wicked, robbing, stealing. They gonna get drafted up, man. All right, here's another one. Trump praises Putin. What's that gonna do? Cause sedition among men here in Babylon. All right, set the Egyptian against Egyptian. That's actually another lesson that I'm gonna do. You know, that I'm gonna do after this one. All right, but there you go, man. Okay, but I'm still looking for that one. I can't find it. Let me try. Skimming through in the IG again. All right, let's go RT. All right, if I can't find it, then I'm just look it up on the internet. All right, I can just bear with me. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Russia is immune to sanctions, says Putin. All right, and that's that's the thing. That's the spirit that these Russians, are getting into, because ultimately they're creating their own little system. All right, they're creating their own little system, because most here in how do I put it to you? Really the whole world is controlled when it comes to like the currency. Is controlled by like the petrodollar. Things of that nature. So the U.S. has that power over other nations as far as trade goes, and certain things with finances and economy goes. They have the power to put sanctions and mess up another country's economy. Basically, blackball them from trade from other countries, things of that nature. And Russia, making their own thing with the BRIC nations, all right, which brothers know about the BRIC nations. I've done a lesson on that, a while back. It's basically like I would say a economic alliance, between Russia, Brazil, China. I think India's in it as well. But these are the BRIC nations. They got their own little thing going. All right. So this is a manifestation. This is, I want to say, a manifestation of the scripture. This is more of a factor in that's going to play into the scripture that goes into the Medes. All right. And let me just bring it out real quick. Shall not regard silver. There we go. Let's go. Yeah, there it is. All right. And it's the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 17. And it reads, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Okay, because that's ultimately what the states has the spirit 144 on top left. All right, but hey, that's what the states, Babylon is threatening Russia with, the silver, the gold. We're gonna put sanctions on you. We're gonna, it's gonna be detrimental sanctions. It's gonna cripple your economy. Don't move in on the Ukraine, and you have the Russians saying, look, man, them sanctions can't touch us. We don't care. All right, and that's playing a factor into the scripture. All right, Isaiah 13:17, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. All right, and the Medes is talking about the modern day Russians, because this is talking about prophecy. All right, when this was written down, okay, this was really talking about future, really in the future, okay, because it's prophecy. It's not talking about the ancient Medes, but it's talking about the modern day Medes who are the Russians. And and I don't want to say like that's the definitive, the definitive use, for the Medes, because in other scriptures, Russia is also referred to Gog and Magog, like Ezekiel 38. All right, so this is another parable, all right, for lack of a better term, for the Russians. Okay, so it says, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And why? Because their bows is gonna be shooting the ICBM missiles. All right, this is talking about their missile capability, their bows. That's talking about their intercontinental ballistic missile capabilities. Okay, and obviously, common sense. You shoot a missile in an area, everybody in that area, men, women, and children, is going to be destroyed. All right, men, women, children, creatures, creations, the works of men. All right, everything, man, all the works therein, the environment, it's all going to be destroyed. Okay, except for the elect, because in that time when them missiles start flying, all right, and they about to hit this place, all right, Yahweh Shai is gonna, Yahweh Shai is gonna send them chariots. We're gonna, Lord willing, we're up that number. We're gonna get beamed up. All right, Spirit's gonna hit go up into the chariots. All right, our bodies, which are our vessels, is gonna stay here. Okay, and we're gonna be delivered, man. All right, it's gonna be a strange work, as the scriptures say. All right, but continuing on, it says, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb, their eyes shall not spare children. Okay, and Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, all right, because this is what everything is going to transpire to. And Babylon, which is, America, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, because, this place has to pump itself up like, they're on top, and, which for years and decades now, it was true, 60s, 70s, after World War II and after the Great Depression, World War II, 60s and 70s, this place was on top. It had the strongest military. It was a time when, this kingdom, which I'm not bigging this place up. This place is our captivity, man. It's wicked. All right, but this kingdom was the only, country in the world to have the nukes, after Hiroshima. So it had that status. All right, but that status is funneling down the drain, man. All right, this place is funneling down the drain. You see it's a word, you see the decay. All right, you see the urban decay. You see how, there are parts of this this country that are inhospitable, man. They look like third world countries. You got homeless people, people on drugs, strung out, all bugged out in the streets. And that's just rising up more and more and more, because Yahweh Shem Shai is getting ready to do this place like Sodom and Gomorrah, as we're getting ready to read. It says the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, right? Because, there was a time, especially when I was younger, you used to watch not Futurama, it's I think, yeah, it's called the Jetsons, on Cartoon Network, them cartoon, channels, you know what I'm saying? You used to see certain cartoons and TV shows that go into the future, and they go into how the future you're going to have flying cars and things of that nature. But guess what? All that took a big turn. Now everything is going into, like, the future is going to look post-apocalyptic, all right? Because the hope of Babylon, the future of Babylon isn't looking good, all right? And to simply, put it straight, All right, the future of Babylon is far worse than what these people believe. All right, what these people in the world that they devise these cartoons, dealing with I want to say cartoons, but like more movies, TV shows, that go into post-apocalyptic, America, Book of Eli, right? It's gonna be far worse than that, okay? Because this place is gonna be inhospitable by the time Yahweh Shem Shai is done, okay? And we're gonna get ready to read it right here. It says, "And shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah," okay? And these are two cities that are inhospitable. All right, verse 20, "It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation, neither shall the Arabian pigs tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there." Okay, so that's what everything's going to culminate to. All right, it's going to start, you're going to have the young men that's going to get drafted, right? The young men's going to get drafted, and they're going to go, get shipped out on a plane, fight the war. You know what I'm saying? And all that's going to culminate to this nuclear destruction, man. All right, so let's go into the next precept. All right, third woe, and I'm gonna close out with this and get on with the next lesson. And it reads Revelation chapter 11 verse 14, and it reads, "The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly." All right, and that's going into the third woe, the third world's war. All right, the second woe represents World War II. Okay, and it says, "And behold, the third woe cometh quickly." All right, and that's going into that third world war. Okay, and it's coming quickly, man. All right, it's all how do I put it to you? It's all in the making. Really, Yahweh Shem Shai, doing it on His time. Because at the end of the day, this is not on our time, but on the time of Yahweh Shem Shai. And we put our prayers up and we make His ears heavy. You may hasten the day, and you know what I'm saying, make it come, sooner, Lord willing, right? Because we desire to get out of here, man. We desire to be in our kingdom, to be back in our land, Israel. Okay, but hey, man, this is what is going on. All right, Lord willing, Akim, we're edified. With that, I'm gonna say, call halal Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem Rakah HaKodash. Forgive me the spirit to do this lesson. All right, Lord willing. All right, this, to show Akim, the times that we're in. All right, with that, I'm going to say shalom. On to the next.